This is David Solomon, one of the founders of Peachtree Audio, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his company and how you all got started.
First off, even with all of the cool products that we've got these days, actually came from this little box. And 7 years ago, when we were carrying this thing around, people just looked at us like we had, six eyes. It was just the most different. It was the most different thing that they had ever seen, because it wasn't just an integrated amplifier that we were carrying around. It was something that we felt that people were starting to use their computers more and more for music, and we had the harebrained idea that at some point CDs would just go away. Well, we would come and tell people that own stores this, and it was just, they would look at us like the CD is never going to go away. And we're going, well, it is, or at least we think it is, and this is the kind of product that's going to end up taking its place. Although it's kind of ugly, it actually really sounded very good. And what made it different than anything else that was on the market at the time, or anything that any of the other big companies were showing, is that it actually handled what we thought would become what people would listen to more than CDs. It had a USB input. It had a optical and a coax input, and you had to switch it like this, and then it had, we went ahead and put a analog input on it. And to even get this thing to work, you had to do really kind of weird switching on it, but it was kind of fun. But this is what the deco came with. There was a few dealers that went, you know what, we really buy into this. We think this is the way it's going to go. Well, after carrying this thing around for a year and a half, we finally came out with the deco, the original deco, and it just went crazy. I've been doing this a long time, and I've never had a single product that was ever that successful, from ground zero to really as many units as we sold, which was actually thousands of units, and from a company that at that point had been completely unheard of. That was kind of unheard of. You just didn't do that. But at any rate, this is how the whole company started, and I'll always keep this little piece just because it's got a lot of nostalgia for me, and it is where the company started.
Awesome. Thanks, David.